Hey guys, so today I have a very cool looking trick and this is what it looks like. So I have a pretty normal deck of cards over here. I can go ahead and shuffle up the deck as much as the spectator would like me to, but as you guys can see, all the cards are pretty mixed up. So if I did have a spectator, I would ask them to cut roughly half of the deck and to keep it for themselves and to just hold on to it, and I'm going to explain with this half what I want the spectator to do with their half right now. So basically, we're going to be choosing 3 cards from our halves, and this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to take just a couple of cards from the top, turn them over. We're going to take a bigger packet of cards and turn that over. Then we're going to take the first face-down card and we're going to set it down as our first card. Then we're going to take all the face-up cards here, we're going to turn them over and place them on the bottom of the pack. We're going to do this 2 more times, the exact same process. Take a small packet of cards, flip them over. Take a larger packet of cards, flip them over. And then take the first face-down card and set it down. Take the face-up cards, turn them over, place them on the bottom. We're going to do this 1 more time. Turn over the pack face-up. Turn over a larger pack face-up. Take the first face-down card, place it down on the table. Take the face-up cards and place them on the bottom. Now, the spectator would do this with their half. And if I did have a spectator, they would be doing this at the exact same time as me. So I will just go ahead and do this as quickly as I can. But the spectator would be doing this completely on their own. I would have no control over the cards that they decide upon, just like this. So now once they have their 3 cards just like this, we do not need the deck anymore. We just need the 3 cards. So let's recap. I shuffled the deck. I showed you the deck was shuffled. You cut as many cards as you wanted to, roughly half the deck. Then you flipped over a small packet, a larger packet. Everything was completely random. So it's completely impossible that any of these cards would have any sort of relation to each other at all. It would be completely impossible. So yeah, guys, that is the trick. And now for the tutorial. Alright guys, so the name of this trick is actually called Triple Prediction, and it was created by Michael Amar. And this trick is actually very, very simple, so I'm going to teach it to you right now. It's very, very easy, but it gets very, very strong reactions because of how amazing the trick is. It's just completely impossible. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to do this. So basically, you're going to want to pull out any 3 pairs of cards. So I pulled out the 2 black 10s over here, the 2 black 6s, and the 2 red jacks. Keep in mind, you guys can do whichever 3 pairs of cards that you want. I just chose these 3 completely randomly, all right? So once you have 3 pairs of cards here, just pick an order for them. So I'm just going to go 10, 6, jack, and you're going to split them up just like this, and you're going to make 2 sections of cards here. Basically, one of them has 10, 6, jack, and the other one is also 10, 6, jack, just like this. So they're in the same exact matching order, just like this. You're actually going to take one of them. It doesn't matter which one, but you're going to take one of them, and you're actually going to reverse count it. You're going to reverse the order. So one of them is going jack, 6, 10, and the other one is going 10, 6, jack. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take one of these, place them on the top of the deck, and now what you're going to do is you're going to place the other section just like this. You're going to take the other section and place it on the bottom of the deck. So now this is your situation here. You have 10, 6, jack on top, and then on the bottom you have jack, 6, 10 reversed on the bottom, just like that. And that is the entire setup for the trick. So now here's the tutorial for the trick. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do a shuffle. You're going to retain the bottom 3 cards just like this. Now you can shuffle the cards, and now you just retain the top 3 cards as well. So make sure you just shuffle, like the middle section of the deck. So keep the bottom portion intact, and then keep the top portion intact as well, just like this. So now it looks like you're giving the deck a bunch of shuffles and everything is completely fair, but in reality, you're not disturbing the top or the bottom of the deck at all, just like that. So now once you've shuffled the deck a couple of times, you can set the deck on the table, and now what you're going to ask the spectator to do is cut roughly half the deck for themselves and to just hold on to the half. Don't do anything with it. Now, they have the top half here, which means they have the 10, jack, and the 6 already on top, just like this. So make sure they don't shuffle the deck or anything. Just make sure they keep it just like that. And now you're going to explain to the spectator the instructions that you want them to do in just a moment. But before you do, you're going to be saying that you're going to explain the instructions. And as you're saying all that, you're going to be overhand shuffling the deck. And what you're going to do is you're going to basically control these 3 cards on top. And in the process, you're going to reverse the order again. So this is what's going to happen. You're just going to take a small packet and then just start overhand shuffling one at a time, just like this, and do it kind of fast. And now, when you run out of cards, you'll notice that you've actually just controlled the 10, the 6, and the jack on top. So now you have 10, 6, jack on top, and you also have 10 6 jack on top. You reverse the order because in the overhand shuffle you're basically reverse counting the cards, so that's why you had to reverse the order in the beginning. But now you have the exact same sequence on top of both halves. And the next part of the trick is completely self-working. So that was basically the tutorial for the trick. The rest of the trick, you basically just have to watch the performance and follow these instructions. So you basically take a small portion of cards, you flip them over, take a larger portion of cards, flip them over, and then take the first face down card, set it on the table, take the rest of the face up cards, turn them over, place them on the bottom of the deck. And this is basically, you're just forcing the top 3 cards. So this is basically just you're forcing the top 3 cards every single time. And now for the 6, you do smaller, larger, and then the first face down card. This will be the 6 over here. And then you do smaller, larger, and then the first face down card, and this will be the jack. Now keep in mind, when you're doing the jack over here, let's just pretend we're doing it again. So we have small, large, then we place the first face down card. You don't necessarily have to return these back to the bottom. The only reason why you return these back to the bottom in the first place is to retain the cards on top. But now if you guys want to, you can just put these back on top because now you have nothing to maintain here anymore. Everything is now done with your half. I think to be consistent, you should flip these over, put them back on the bottom, just because it will seem like a process and it will seem like you're being consistent. That's just a golden rule in Magic. You have to be consistent with whatever you do, all right, guys? So now basically I have the 10, the 6, and the jack all ready set up right over here. And the spectator is doing the exact same thing you just did. So they're taking a small portion, taking a larger portion, setting down the first face down card, take the face up cards, put them on the bottom, small, large, face down card, face up cards on the bottom, and then once again, small, large, face down card, face up cards on the bottom. And now you can ask for the halfback, they can hold on to it, doesn't really matter. The rest of the deck is not needed at this point. And now all you have to do is just reveal that you have now found perfect matches impossibly under test conditions, just like that, 3 perfect matches. So guys, that is basically the trick. I really hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. So see you guys next time. Bye.